Hey everyone, it's Owen here from OTech, and today we're going to do an unboxing of the Noctua IPPC series fans, and specifically the NF-F12 3000 RPM PWM fan and the NF-A14 3000 RPM PWM fan. So first off, I would like to thank Noctua for sending me these. I mean, I did pay for them, but I paid for them at a discounted price, which they call the reviewer's discount. So I would like to thank them for that, for even believing in I would do a review, since I'm just a really small channel and most of the other companies won't even give me any review samples, even if they're just discounted. But yeah, so thanks Noctua for that. And also thank you for sending me some extra goodies like these Chromax corners, which we will look at after this. So yeah, first let's take a look at the boxes. Being these are the industrial fans, they are pretty minimal in the packaging department compared to their retail consumer fans. So in the back you can see the specifications for these fans with the Noctua NF-F12 over here, and it says that it has IP52 rating, and also all these specifications like 3000 RPM, 186 cubic meter per hour, 43.5 decibels, which sounds much more believable than other manufacturers' fans. And these are actually kind of loud, I mean, considering the RPM they run at. And there's also the pressure, which is actually a pretty high rating compared to other fans. So we'll put those specifications to the test in the review, but for now there it is for the specifications in the box, and also now for the A14. Over here, same IP52. They also have an IP57 rating fan, but those are more expensive and they only go up to 2000 RPM. And since I don't need them, so I picked this one up instead. It has a larger airflow volume, obviously, and it has a lower noise and also a higher static pressure. But yeah, as to the packaging, it's pretty simple, just a black box with round edges. Let's take a look at the NF-F12 first. Right away you can see that inside the packaging there's not much, but just the fan in there right in front of the box itself. So the first thing you'll see is this fan when you unbox it. So let's take a look. In the box itself, they really don't give you much, just some self-tapping screws and the fan itself. So let's take a look. Now, here it is. The fan is just like the normal NF-F12, except that this has a different motor, and it's black obviously and has brown corners still though. But yeah, it has a different motor, and also it has a different material for the blades and the assembly housing itself. For the motor itself, you can actually immediately feel it and see it that this fan spins much more smoothly than most fans. As you can see here, I'm just spinning it really slowly and it will spin a long time, and you can see that in most fans there will be big steps when the magnet goes over the coils, while on this Noctua fan it's really not really felt by your hand. And this is because these NF-F12 and also the A14 IPPC fans, they have the 6-phase motor, which means that there's 3 different positions of the coil, 3 different positions of the stator of the fan blades for which it gets pushed by the motor. So in typical fans, like you can see in this Corsair SP120L that I have, you can see that the fan itself doesn't spin as freely as the Noctua, where it stops much sooner than the Noctua. And because that's partly because of the bearing, which in the Noctua's case it's obviously better with their SSO2 bearing, because it spins really smoothly. And with the Corsair is also because it's a typical four-phase motor for the fan. Now most PC fans are four-phase like this one, and it's not that it's a big deal and it's a bad motor, but it's just not as efficient and not as quiet or vibration free as this six-phase motor. Since you can see in the SP120 the fan blades kind of go over the bump pretty clearly, while on the Noctua you can't really see it. It's really smooth going around the fan. I mean, you can see it when you leave the fan, it'll go to stop at one of the positions, but on this it's quite obvious on the normal four-phase fans. So there's that, and there's also the fact that four-phase fans consume more power because they're less efficient. Because if you can see here in the specifications on the back of the fan hub itself, you can see that it takes such little power for such a high RPM fan. And there's also these special stators for the NF-F12, which are meant to kind of break up the cyclone spinning effect of the air coming out of the fan blades, and instead straighten it out and makes it go straight inside your case, so it'll hit components more straight and it should go deeper inside the case and cool components better. But yeah, let's take a look at the NF-A14 now. So this is from the A series of the Noctua fans, which according to Noctua is supposed to be more balanced, you could say, compared to specifically for pressure like the NF-F12 or the NF-S12, which are made for airflow. A14 are made for both airflow and pressure at the same time, so it's kind of an all-rounder kind of fan. But yeah, in the packaging it's basically the same packaging as the NF-F12, except it's bigger and it has the same self-tapping screws, and that's about it. But yeah, you can immediately see the difference in the fan blade design, with the NF-F12 having less of a steep twist on the blade, you could say. Well, these A14 have a steeper blade angle, as you can see, and this is because it's made to be an all-rounder, not just pressure, because a steeper blade angle will move more air, but it'll have less static pressure. But yeah, even on the A14 you can see that the fan is really smooth when you spin it, so it's obvious that the bearings and the motor are much smoother, and it should in theory be quieter since they are much more advanced in 6-phase and Noctua's proprietary bearing. But yeah, they come with these brown rubber corners, but obviously you can remove them, making for a black fan. And there's also these Chromax kits that Noctua also sent to me for free. The fans I paid for them, but at a reviewer's discount. But these are for free because Noctua people are just nice people. So thanks to Noctua. Here it is. I got some blue corners, so you can just stick them kind of like this, and it'll turn into a blue fan if you use all of them. And the same thing goes for the A14, it has the same mounting and stuff, and it also works for the normal consumer fans, but those don't really go too well with the Chromax, since those are kind of in a weird color scheme for the fan blades too, with the kind of like a cream color. But these are black fans and they look pretty slick, and I think they look nice. Well, for performance we have to look at the benchmarks in my review. But this is it for the unboxing. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video, and if you do, please leave a like or maybe subscribe if you want to see more of my videos. Thanks for watching.